Josh Allen scored a receiving touchdown on a pass he threw in his latest do-everything performance, and the Buffalo Bills clinched their fifth straight AFC East title with a 35-10 victory over San Francisco on a snowy Sunday night. Allen had touchdowns passing, rushing, and receiving, becoming the first quarterback and seventh player in the Super Bowl era to do that, and the first since the Niners' Christian McCaffrey in 2022. Sam Darnold's second touchdown pass of the second half went to Aaron Jones for Minnesota's first lead with just a minute 13 left. The Vikings rallied from down 13. They beat up on Arizona yesterday, winning at 23-22. That was their fifth straight victory. Elsewhere in the NFL yesterday, Buffalo rolled by San Francisco last night, 35-10. It was Houston edging Jacksonville, 23-20. Indianapolis slides by New England, 25-24. Chargers defeated Atlanta, 17-13. It was Minnesota over Arizona, 23-22. Pittsburgh outscored Cincinnati 44-38. Seattle downs the Jets 26-21. Washington got by Tennessee 42-19. Rams knocked off New Orleans 21-14. In overtime, it was Tampa Bay beating Carolina 26-23, and Philadelphia took care of Baltimore again 24-19. Des White at 18 points. The Missouri State defeated Oral Roberts 72-67. Just one game in top 25 college men's basketball. Number 22 Xavier defeated South Carolina State 71-68. In Big 12 men, Kansas State rolled by Arkansas Pine Bluff 120-73. It was Central Florida over California Baptist 74-59. In Big 10 men, Nebraska rolls by North Florida 103-72. Maryland down Alcorn State 96-58. Penn State defeated Buffalo 87-64, and Minnesota cruises by Bethune-Cookman 79-62. Top 25 college women's basketball scoreboard from Sunday. Number 1 UCLA beat Hawaii 70-49. It was number 5 Texas over 12th ranked West Virginia 78-73. Number 7 LSU cruises by North Carolina Central 131-44. It was number 9 Kansas State beating Central Arkansas 86-39. 10th ranked Maryland topped Toledo 92-70. Big 12 women, Baylor over Louisiana Tech 98-54. In Big 10 action, it was Northwestern beating Cornell 67-54. And Indiana took care of Maine 78-53. Big East women, Creighton over Tulsa 81-59. And in the Summit League, it was South Dakota State beating Ball State 63-55. Big Ten Conference has announced it fined Michigan and Ohio State $100,000 each for violating the conference's sportsmanship policy for on-the-field melee at the end of the Wolverines' win in Columbus. A fight broke out at midfield Saturday after the Wolverines' 13-10 win when Michigan players attempted to plant their flag on the OSU logo and were confronted by the Buckeyes. Police used pepper spray to break up the players, who threw punches and shoves. One officer suffered a head injury and was knocked down and trampled while trying to separate players fighting. The officer was taken to the hospital and since has been released. Oregon remains ranked number 1 in the latest top 25 college football poll, picking up all 62 first-place votes. Texas slides up 1 spot to number 2, with Penn State up 1 spot to 3, and Notre Dame up 1 spot to 4. Georgia rounds out the top 5. Tennessee at 6, Ohio State falls to 7, SMU at 8, Indiana at 9, and Boise State now at number 10. Arizona State up 2 spots to 12, Iowa State up a spot to 16, BYU at 17, Colorado at 20, and Illinois at 21. Others receiving votes outside of the top 25, Kansas State, Michigan, and Baylor. NBA scoreboard from yesterday: Memphis over Indiana 136-121. Orlando down Brooklyn 100-92. New York over New Orleans 118-85. It was Cleveland beating Boston 115-111. Toronto edges Miami 119-116. Houston wins by that same score over Oklahoma City. It was the Lakers topping Utah 105-104. Dallas outscores Portland 137-131. And San Antonio slides by Sacramento 127-125. Local sports on the schedule for you tonight. Just one basketball game. It's boys only. Audubon hosting Coonabas Bayard. And Casey Minders will have that broadcast for you on 93.7 at KKRL. Coverage should get underway sometime tonight after 7 o'clock. In wrestling, Audubon girls and Carroll girls go to Denison Schleswig for a quad starting at 5 o'clock. ESAC and South Central Calhoun girls teams are at Manson Northwest Webster's tournament. And the Carroll boys are hosting Webster City and Boone tonight beginning at 5:30. And that's sports here on the CB Sports Network. I'm Jeff Blankman reporting.